What's up, party people? It's Gordon, Triangle Lawn Games. I'm back, and I want to talk a little bit more about corporate event venues, this time in Orlando, Florida. Orlando is a sweet market. There's tons of corporate events, festivals, um, gatherings in general. I think my wife was just down there for some corporate conference or something. So there's a bunch of stuff going on there, I understand. And there's a ton of great event venues too. So we've got a blog. It's listed below. Make sure you like and subscribe because we're sharing this type of content all the time. But I want to talk about some of the best event venues in Orlando for your corporate events. A lot of these can also have weddings, so keep that in mind. So I'll share my screen, and we're talking about this. Look at that. Woo! So when you are looking for a venue, there are some things you should be thinking about. One is location. Capacity is another one. How many people? Types of spaces. Do they have a ballroom? Do they have a dance floor? Do they have an outdoor space? Do they have a bar? What are you looking for? What do they have? Does it line up? Do they have food and beverage? Will they let you use your own catering? Do you have to use theirs? Questions to ask. Photo opportunities means, is it cool? Is there some place like a neat wall that you can take pictures or a mural or something that's cool? Does it look cool? Bathrooms and facilities, especially when you're talking about outdoor venues, you want to make sure that they have some of those facilities and bathrooms and grills. But when we're talking about corporate events, they typically have stuff in these indoor venues. Parking is important, though. A lot of these are at downtown Orlando. Parking could be a challenge sometimes, so you might want to ask them about parking when you find a venue or a couple of venues. Make sure you're asking about that. And then accommodations, if is it in a hotel? Are they near hotels? Questions to ask. So first one we're talking about is the District Event Center. And so the District Event Center they're just south of downtown Orlando. It's on 33rd Street. It holds between 50 and 200 people, so it's not the biggest one we're talking about today. It's not the biggest venue in general, but it is pretty elegant, excuse me. So if you look at these pictures, you can see it's got like the nice, elegant, chairs with covers. It's got a cool stage that they can set up. It's got this kind of nice wall where they can project things on. So it does have a stage and dance floor, and then they have tables and chairs available. So that is something that you can get here. It's a good place for definitely a wedding, but a corporate event as well. A smaller corporate event would definitely work here. That's the District Event Center. The next one I think is very interesting, actually, is the Lakeside Reception Hall. And that's, I put the wrong address here, but it is right just north of Orlando. And it's got a huge outdoor patio. It's right on a lake. It's also got really nice banquet capabilities. So you can see some of these tables look really nice, but you can see this outdoor space. This is set up for a wedding, but you could do games out there. You could do, a big stage with a PA system, all kinds of things. And it's right by this lake. And what's interesting is it's owned by the Firefighters Council. So it helps firefighters when you do book it. So that's kind of fun, I think. That's the Lakeside Reception Hall. 1010 West is a really neat one. Very unique. So it is an old airplane hangar that they've turned into an event space. So you can see in this bottom picture, it's got the kind of airplane hangar vibe, and it's kind of rustic and warm, but it's also got a pretty industrial feel to it. So it's interesting. It's got vintage rentals. They've got a bar set up, and you can see that it's got a big wide open space. It's kind of this old, warehousey district just there north of downtown Orlando. So really interesting place. I would say that would be really cool if you needed a big open space or you wanted like if you're going to have a big announcement party or something like that, that'd be a pretty sweet place to do it. So that's 1010 West. This next one I really think is a beautiful venue. We've actually done rentals down here, I know, and it's the Dr. Phillips House. And so what's really neat about this is that it's a really great old historical home from a famous doctor in the area. I think he was very tied into politics and all kinds of stuff. And it's got great catering, so they do the catering part. They've got a really great outdoor patio. I know we've had games down there in the past. About 150 guests capacity-wise, so it's not one of the biggest that we're talking about here, but it is a really beautiful historical setting. So if you're looking for something pretty unique, and again, it's just north of downtown, it's really close. It's a pretty awesome space with outdoor space, which I think is cool. And finally, we're going to talk about Crooked Can Brewing. So this is an option if you're just looking for more of a chill vibe, brewery vibe, but this place is huge. The pictures don't even do it justice. I mean, there's thousands of square feet. They say up to 1,200 guests can go, and that's a lot. That's a big event. So you can do a festival or all kinds of things you want. But it is, actually near us in Winter Park, which is, Winter Garden, excuse me. And then it's a fun brewery setting. It's huge. They've got the beer and stuff built in, along with food options. So And then, as you can see from the pictures, they have a really great outdoor space, which we fully support because you can have cornhole and games and stuff out there. So this is a pretty cool place if you're looking for something with outdoor space, something with a brewery vibe, and something kind of in that North Orlando area. So anyway, those are some options for corporate event spaces. A lot of them can be wedding spaces as well, obviously. So keep that in mind if you're thinking about, booking a party and you want to have something fun. That's what we do. We add yard games like cornhole, giant Jenga, Connect Four. We do custom cornhole if you need some, custom boards for your event. We do some facilitation services for Nerf and things like that. And we just have like free rules, and we'll give you advice if you're going to run a cornhole tournament. We can just tell you how to do that. So just give us a call. Check out triangleLongGames.com. The Orlando one's OrlandoLongGames.com. And we certainly appreciate you watching. Like and subscribe so you can see some other content as well. Thanks, and have a great day.